Kwanza. Number one, wide constituency known as northeastern Kenya, the northern Kenya. As you can see, is the only representative we have. If he's not there, that area is not represented, and therefore, in the eyes of Kenyakwanza, we actually saw that as being fair and just. Number two, he has also a constituency that he represents. So it cannot be said he's going to sit in there to express his own personal opinions and feelings and whatever else he can express personally. It is collective, it is representative, it is on behalf of the people of Audas and the northern Kenya. But most important, and this is very important because His Excellency the President actually said this was going to be a parliamentary process. It is an issue that is not resolved because as far as we are concerned, this committee will have to be taken to Parliament for purposes of formalization. If that is the case, Honorable Koinan is going to come in as a member of Parliament, representing Audas, just the way I represent the Raka constituency, and Honorable Mutuza represents Kibwezi West. Honorable Bonia Loale is actually the Senator Kakamega. That again has to be considered. So that is how we see it. As far as what are the terms of reference for Kenyakwanza, let's begin by saying it is Azimio that complained first, raised their issues. All right? And we came over here so that we can agree mutually on the terms of reference. We are going to have some agreement of some sort, a working agreement. It is in that agreement that possibly Kenyakwanza may first and foremost put in their responses to what Azimio has raised, and also if they have their own issues, their own counter terms, then those can be put in there and Azimio can respond. At the end of the day, we have to look at what law needs to be amended. Number two, are there any policy decisions which we can recommend to the executive to implement to solve some of the problems facing the country? Yes, sir. As far as we are concerned, we are doing these negotiations at arm's length. Neither side is taking an upper hand against the other. We are doing it equally on equal terms. One reason these talks were called is because of the demonstrations that were going over in the country, where we had destruction to property, to some extent loss of lives, and some easiness to our economy. So as we go on, it would be our position that Azimio should actually not carry on these demonstrations until the outcome of the talks is laid on the table. Yes. As we finish. Yes, sir. Yes, this was supposed to come up not in today's meeting, but in the next meeting, which we are going to announce to you, we have to discuss that as an issue. Exactly what is our seat of talks? On what basis do we anchor ourselves? So as we talk, we have to see if we are parliamentary, then we are within the confines of the law and standing orders in Parliament. If we are extra parliamentary, we will have to find a legal basis upon which we can carry on the talks without breaching our laws. Let's hear from a lady. We have The position is, as I said, there is a legal position as it prevails today. That's the de jure one, in which case we are saying, if you look at the paperwork, Jubilee is still part of Azimio. But there is also the de facto position. And de facto position is what prevails today, is that in all matters of fact, Jubilee has pulled out of Azimio. What is awaited is formalization. That is one argument. KUP actually is through the same process. And you saw it yesterday. It is you guys who showed the party leaders saying they are already done, they are moving on to Kwanza. If that is the position, and for purposes of fairness, so that all sides are represented, it prevails. But if we say we have to follow the legal position, then that appears to be it. But in politics, the factual position is actually the most important, especially when it comes to representation. I've explained why, in our view, number one, we feel Honorable Kaidan needs to sit in this committee. The constituencies he represents, and that cannot be challenged. And they also do not have a problem with him. Therefore, that remains the factual position we have on the ground. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've clarified as much as we could. By Friday, we need to be telling you the actual position as regards that one issue that we have not resolved today. That is, we have just adjourned the talks, we have not suspended them. The reason we have done it is because we need to discuss the issues that have been placed on the table. We need to do further consultations because some of it is actually above us. Remember, I, Getoka Burgara, was appointed just the same way as Honorable Kaidan was appointed. I cannot today tell him you're out, just the way he can't tell me I'm out. I can't tell him resign, just the way he can't also tell me to resign. What is the net effect of this? There is a requirement also to talk to the coalitions, to talk to the appointing authorities as far as this is concerned. This is why we have taken the break, but the talks are not, they are not suspended per se, they are just adjourned. We have said we are informing, we are communicating on Friday. We've given you a date. And after that, another date is going to be set. Ordinarily, it is the Secretariat that sets dates. But now that it's not yet promulgated, we have the co-chairs to set the dates, and we'll inform you. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you. Where is my phone? Did you leave it there? No, you.